Hello and welcome back to the harbour on this warm and sunny day, looking out across the water for what will be our level 24 episode of Purple Rage, our barbarian life. I think it's fair to say it's been quite a roller coaster ride so far, as in plenty of ups and downs. We're on a bit of a down at the moment. Got smashed twice in the Spinner of Shadows, not on Reaper, on Elite. I did come quite close to finishing, but one of the reasons that quest is so irritating, at least to me, well, there are two reasons actually. When you're alone in there, it becomes much simpler if you've even got two of you in there, even on Elite or Reaper. But the problem with being alone, as I'm sure most of you know if you've ever been in there alone, she's constantly haranguing you as you're trying to collect the shards needed to complete the quest. And that has two problems associated with it. If you don't have Death Ward like we don't, I just have a 3-use clickable, so when she's dispelled all those and started neg leveling us, we're in real trouble. My last effort on Elite ended with 20 neg levels and what was the other thing? Yeah, 20 neg levels and yeah, not being able to pick up the crystals. I try, to use the select interactable button on the keyboard, like you would to pick up a remnant or open a chest or something like that. And because she's so close by, all it ends up doing is trying to attack her. So I can't even do it that way. And when you've 20 neg levels, you're kind of on a knife edge anyway. We do have these gloomy potions, but we don't have any UMD. So not being able to use something like a Greater Resto is really nasty in there. Even on hard, where I went in and finally completed it, it was far from a cakewalk. She hit me with 6 neg levels right out of the gate. So yeah, not fun times, and sort of brought me crashing back to earth after some of the successes we'd had. We've done reasonably well in the catacombs, which, given that that's undead heavy content, isn't bad at all. The dire charge with the trip on is very nice for those, although in the Gerard Dryden quest with all those sarcophagi that often break and spew out more undead, the dire charge does actually break the things and cause you more headaches sometimes. Also, the archers in there, well, archers anywhere are a big problem. Just withering missile fire, hammering damage. We're missing the DR-15 from the boots, the golden greaves that we had in Heroic, and we're also missing the deflect missiles that would have come from the getting the haste boosts through the Vistani tree, instead of, as we've done it, through the Kensai fighter tree. Otherwise, survivability, we're kind of in the realms of the glass cannon, in that I've taken mostly offensive paths, haste boost and offensive tier 5s for the Barbarian, the extra critical multiplier and extra damage. Now this one, as I mentioned in the past, could have been I think some kind of a ticking heal. Also in a Cult Slayer, had we gone that way, we could have something there for temporary hit points when we damage an enemy. And there is a big heal in there as well. So there were options to be excuse me, to be significantly more tanky, and having shunned those, I am paying the price now. We are getting really hammered by large groups where it's not possible for one reason or another to crowd control them, or if I've just made a mess of the crowd control. particularly archers in the distance. They're really hurting us badly. So, oh, I've mentioned the spinner. Yeah, another benefit of the dire charge against the undead specifically is it comes with a sunder as well. So we are, hang on, where is it? There. So for those few seconds afterwards, we're dealing with tripped opponents that are reduced in fortification, so it gives us a chance to crit these highly crit resistant opponents like the undead. So that was quite nice. I tend to go in with the dire charge and then hit the whirlwind for a couple of nice shots on everything that's been tripped. Found that works pretty well. I found a nice necklace in the catacomb chain. I just wanted to point it out. Epic Marguerite's necklace, because it has everything on there that you would want to boost hit points. All of that stacks. So Vitality, False Life, Profane Life Force, all three of those stack. And there's a quality con which would stack with just about every other source of con we had. So if you were just looking to boost your health point pool up a little, that would do very nicely. I can't equip it myself because we've got a part of the family set in the neck. But I bet you if we did, let's just try it for the purposes of experimentation. So 1792. Yeah, that's a very significant boost, isn't it? That's because that's boosting our base hit points, which then scale up off the 25% extra for the tier 5 in Berserker. So again, I'm trading tankiness for attack power by keeping the family set going, I guess. What else have we got noted here? Yes, feat for level 24, overwhelming critical, standard stuff. Usually would have been taken at 21, I guess, but we took the whirlwind instead. Just extra damage on a 19 or 20 on the hit roll. So yes, let's just talk a little bit more about some of the options we did have for greater defense. Now, had we gone in the Fury tree, the mantle in there comes with a ticking heal, maybe a bit like the what's that epic destiny that you can get that gives a little positive healing so many times a minute. I think it's one of the primal ones. I think it's just called fast healing actually. So that mantle in Fury would have helped us, I think. Although I'm kind of using the renewal as that. Otherwise, I think we've mentioned already, haven't we, the Occult Slayer and the options in there that for both temp hit points and a big heal. So there were options to go decidedly more tanky, but I'd planned it this way, so I'm going to try and stick with it. I think that's about it for the waffle. So I could just mention the other quests we've been through since we did okay in the Offer of Blood, except for in that section which I'm sure you'll all be waiting for me to say, the one in the middle with the air jets and the electric things and the archers all hammering at you. That was a real struggle. But we got through it, and the rest of it we did all right with. Between the crowd control and the AoE damage we can put out, we weren't bad at all in there. The catacombs, broadly speaking, we've not done so badly either. I loved the end of the Gerard Dryden quest, you know, where you get swarmed by all the undeads. I had something ready for them, Hood of Unrest plus improved uncanny dodge for almost invulnerable to physical damage for those 20 seconds. The 2 boosts, all the extra damage stuff, and we just absolutely pummeled them. And it was very enjoyable doing so, I will say. Haven't done the what's the one I've been shying away from, the Belly of the Beast yet. Just wanted to finish up this this Lords of Dust chain first. So we're gonna go and try the last one. Obviously I've costed myself some experience on the Saga rewards by doing the spinner one on hard. Again, had I been a VIP, I would. I'm sure everybody skips the spinner, don't they, for this chain? The spinner or Belly of the Beast, perhaps. I bet you would skip if you had the choice. Now this one, I think, as long as it is, it's a much nicer one for us.
Mountains of stone.
I would hope not to die in here.
Huge strands of webbing. Yet these are not barren rocks. You can see signs of life clinging to them. A voice in the distance calls to you.
Take heed, friend.
You're a stranger here, I'm thinking. What brings ye into the demon web?
I could just take this
Ye
moment
must have
to
come through the rift that she made. The rift to the other world. Perhaps ye have come to mend it. 'Tis no small task. I can aid ye in all this, but it will not be easy. Come with me.
I think there's a workaround this, isn't there? You can just bypass this so you don't have to be stuck here for this speech, but every time I try and do that, I end up just falling off, so I'll leave it.
The spinner of shadows are the source
I'll
of
just
thy
mention
current
what we've been
troubles.
doing here. We're pushing further forward in the power and
'Twas
precision
only
now for more
possible for me
critical
to
hit
come
damage.
here because Loth let her guards
I guess
slip
I'll
when the
just
rift
fill out
opened,
this tree
and
with
I
all the
could not
possible
easily leave
good
the demon
things
web until she slips
until
again.
we reach 26. My other choice would be to push forward in the draconic tree for the 3 imbue dice, but honestly, I think I'll do that only when I've exhausted all the possibilities in Dreadnought.
This rift, her sister, the magic shards she's plundered from your world, they are all part of some vast and tangled scheme of Loth's. Closer to my home, Loth now wages war on the kingdom of Cormier in a little village named Evening Star. This rift and that war are bound together in her plan, and so are you, I suspect. Hark! I sense that she has dropped her guard again. Occupied with her sister, most like.
I'm hoping he's
I
going to
must
give me a
leave when I
moment
can.
to
Find thy way to
interject
Evening
here.
Star. I will meet you
I'll
there.
say again
'Tis a dangerous
about
journey,
this as I
but
did about the
you
Tempest,
seem to be accustomed to
and maybe
dangerous
melee in
journeys.
general. Well, I suppose you could say melee and range too. If you have the luxury of playing with one or more others, especially if you're leveling as part of a dedicated duo or group, provided the other one has some kind of healing element, we could then totally have not gone in the sentinel tree and and we could then have had a second offensive tree to go at, maybe Fury, to give us plenty more attacking options, which would have been nice. But I could only see that working if you were in a dedicated group, not a public group, because good luck relying on healing from the public groups. Not that I play them regularly, but I've heard it's kind of every man or woman for themselves, isn't it, largely speaking?
The spinner of shadow looms in the distance. What will she do now that she is free from her prison in Kyber?
Okay, good stuff. I can see the whirlwind being very nice against those packs of spiders. Come on then, all in. Trip's working nicely. Oh, Reaper. Use the spell resist thing. Our newly acquired pale lavender ion stone. Oh, come on. I don't think there was any need to go in there, was there? No. And now we're in deep trouble. Okay. Yeah, getting lost in this quest is one thing I do very often. Trying to remember to keep the little boosts up.
Far away in the center of the demon web is a vast structure that can only be Lolth's lair.
I think this one you can step around, or maybe you have to step around. Maybe there isn't another way around that. Okay. Wrong way. Generally speaking, in this quest, if you're a bit lost as to where to go, look for the light, the torch or the light entryways, and that should see you through.
A spider hatchery lies empty. The brood it bore has already consumed the weak and the slow. Then dispersed fragments of long-forgotten worlds lie ensnared in Lolth's
where can we
web.
see the
This will be
the light? Yes, can you see over there? There's a light portal.
Slowly consuming your home.
We're beginning to use that dire charge as a nice way to close with the opponents. Had they been ranged, it would have been a nice way to... actually, they are ranged, aren't they, those so-called poop throwers? So we perhaps avoided, by doing that, some of the stuff they were going to fling at us on the way in.
Of the demon web, Lolth greets the spitter of shadows.
It is time, my sister. The dragon shards are
Notice
in
our
place.
axe has begun to be
Let us begin the ritual.
in need of repair.
I promise you power
It's a
beyond
sturdy thing, it
imagining.
doesn't need repairing too often.
Now join me, sister. Let go of your physical form and join me. Become greater than you ever were. Become one with Lolth.
Lolth vanishes with a piercing burst of magical energy, and for an instant you stand transfixed by the strange scene. Then a sudden onslaught of the Spider Queen's servants snaps you back to the situation at hand.
I think we got most of them, now we've got the boss to deal with. Can we stun him? Yes, nice. Maybe we could look to try and keep him permanently down with the 2 crowd controls we've got. And use the AoE whirlwind for the spider things. Although we're taking an absolute hammering damage-wise, aren't we? I was so busy focusing on the different attacks that I didn't notice the pain we were in. I think we'll be alright without the shrine.
Ahead lies a glimmering magical portal. You have no way of knowing what strange new world it leads to. You find yourself in a vast cavern of stone deep below the surface. If you are to find Elminster, you must first make your escape from the vastness of the Underdark.
Plenty of use for the whirlwind attack in this. Now we've got these single targets. Now, are we going to be able to put these things down? Yes. Although that is on a reasonable cooldown, and I don't think we're going to be able to stun them, are we? No. We've got something we can use to get them. Can we get these two for one? No, we didn't, did we? I sincerely hope my weapon will not give up the ghost before the end of this quest, because if it does, I'll be in a right situation. I don't think I have the zoom in my inventory as a backup. Probably should do. Where are we at damage wise? 104. No, I think we'll make it. Now we must have 1 or 2 more. Can we get you both together? Come on. They're not going to play ball, are they? Things are really wearing on the weapon. Perhaps they wear the weapon more than... I triggered a few things for the Reaper there. I think we've got some more spiders coming, haven't we? Come on, show yourselves. Another Reaper. Nice, okay. Do we need that? I don't think we do. I think we'll get by on what boost we've got.
You have stumbled into a group of heavily armed drow. They don't look anything like the drow you've encountered back on Everall. And they also don't look pleased to see you.
Okay, can we knock those down? That was nice, yes. Come on. Oh, I don't want that thing. Really hurt us. Yeah, these archers, range damage in general, we're very vulnerable to.
Three drow scouts are talking on the ledge above. Perhaps they can lead you up to the surface.
go, 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 go.
A magical portal lies ahead. If the scouts are right,
Generally,
it'll
those
take you
spell
closer
wards,
to the surface.
provided you don't linger in the area, they
The drow
don't
patrol
hammer
saw
you.
before is
But you
taking a
can,
break
of course,
on the
get
other side of the river.
paralysed by them, and then it gets really nasty.
Above, a strange creature spots you.
Surface dwellers down here?
It snaps.
The slavers are growing careless. I shall have to clean up after them.
Are we going to have to deal with those? Maybe we are. Didn't do so bad there, did we? I think we can leave those behind, those ones we've just
Two spiders
I'd
stand
jump
guard
up.
in front of the gate, almost as if they had been ordered to do so.
Oh, what was I saying about leaving them behind? They've just given me a nice opportunity to demonstrate our dire charge, how nicely it's working
Once
now.
again, you see the now familiar sight of the Drow's surface patrol.
More spell wards coming, I think. Can we just charge through
A
them?
small but well-guarded Drow outpost lies up ahead.
Get these archers down. And that caster. Oh, he was a boss, wasn't he?
These Drow fought with military precision unheard of on Zindrick. Even so, the defender of the outpost is finally dead. You may freely pass through its portal and learn what lies beyond.
Okay, almost there. And that's the final battle,
A
isn't
fresh
it? So
breeze
let's
blows
make
down
sure
from an
everything
opening in
is
the ceiling.
as it should
The
be.
surface, but not safety. A large group of armed Drow
I think
guards
we're
a
going
gate
to
on the
do
far
our
side of the
double
cavern.
dodge. Try and clean up everything around first, all these archers and things. Get everybody in. We're just fighting 1 versus 1 in the end. Okay. Come on, we're doing alright here. Nice.
A voice from
That
inside
will
the
do.
cage calls to you.
Over here. Let us out.
Why didn't the poison go? What is that? Oh, poison weakness, okay.
The
I'm always
villagers in
getting
the cage
confused between
anxiously
actual
wait for
poison
the
and
large
poison
man near the
weakness.
door.
Thank the
I made
gods,
another
I'd almost
mistake
given up
there.
hope.
I'm supposed to try
Where
and
did you
swap
come
over
from?
the goggles for the little master's gift bonus when we have chance at the end of a quest, but forever forgetting, so not to worry. I think we did alright there. Not too shabby. Not too many times where we were in imminent danger of death, although you could say that, what was that?
People here
That was a
know the
level
name of
21, so
Elminster, the wizard
actual
who
level
braved the
23,
demon.
so we're a little
Some
bit
call
higher
him
than the
Sage of
level of the
Shadowdale,
quest, which
others
does help.
the great oversorcerer. If
Um,
anyone can fathom Loth's
next
plans,
up, we've
Elminster
got
will.
we've got the Druid's Chain, haven't we? And the High Road, and some giant holding, I guess. Plus, we've got the final part of the Evening Star 3 in the Demon Web to do. So plenty to go at. And I don't think we're in too bad a place between the Stunning Blow and the Dire Charge, which is serving 2 purposes: to move around the field quite nicely, and also to knock a whole group down. I think we're doing okay. So I'm bemoaning less now the absence of our other crowd control, the trip attack. Okay, I think that about wraps it up for that one. Thanks very much as always for looking, and I will speak to you next time. Take care.